everybody. It's episode 33. 2 3s in a row. There's 2 of them. Episode 33 of I'm Just with Justin Werley. Thank you for tuning into the show, all 10 of you sons of bitches that actually look at it on YouTube. And I don't know if there's any others. Well, according to the stats, there's some other people. But I don't give a shit. I don't do this for you. I don't do this for you. Turn it off right now. I dare you. Anyway, the one of you that may still be out there. I don't know where I'm going with this. Anyway, I hope everybody had a good week. This week was interesting. There was a couple interesting things that happened. We have been going through what I like to call a shit show. And it's a technical term. You don't have to bother yourself with it. But it's been a shit show with our water company. Okay? A couple times they have sent us shutoff notices. And I will be the first to admit we are not the most on top of things with our shit. So some of it is our own doing. It's not due to lack of money. It's just due to we're not responsible. But the thing is, we will not get a bill. We will not get a call. We will not get anything until I come home from work and there's a, hey, we're going to shut your shit off. Like, we don't get anything. We get nothing. And this last time this happened, I called and I said, look, anytime there's even like we missed, we're like over, we didn't pay by like a day or whatever the hell it is, I want to be called, I want an email, and I want something in the mail. That way we don't have to go through this again. We don't have to deal with it. I want to be notified anytime we're 5 seconds over our payment date. And that's what I told them. I was very specific. That's what I want done. Apparently, what they heard was, you just want an email. We're going to not send you a bill. We're not going to call you. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to not hear what you said and put a wrong email in. So, last time we paid was November. And I had called in January and said, hey there, fuckheads. We didn't get a bill or anything. I don't want our shit to get shut off. What's going on here? Well, sir, you switched everything to email only, so you should be getting emails. And I go, no. No. Back it up. Back it up. That's not what I fucking said. Of course, I didn't say that because they'll hang right the fuck up on you. I got to take my sweatshirt off. I can't be contained in such clothing. I got to take that off. That's right, I'm heated. I'm going to be cold in 5 minutes because I'm a fucking menopausal woman going through hot flashes. But I said, no. That's not what I asked for. I said, I don't want to have my shit shut off, so can you please send me email, regular mail, and call me if there's an issue. That's what I wanted. I wanted all my bases covered. They heard, oh, so you just want email then? So you just want email then. Okay, we're going to just say an email. That's not what I said. So I go, okay, that's fine. You thought that's what I said. That's fine. I still didn't receive an email. They go, okay, sir. Let's just double check your email here. What's your email? And I said, justinwerley@yahoo.com. Well, that's what we have here. I go, well, then why didn't I get an email? And then I said, well, read to me what you have. And they go, justinwerley@yahoo.com. And I go, that's the fucking problem. My name is not Werley. Werley is how you spell my name, and it is how I spelled it to them when I made this request. So, they fixed the email, and that's where that phone call ended. Then I came home Friday, which was, what was Friday? Today's the goddamn, according to my cell phone, it's 8:50 and I'm 100% charged. It doesn't tell me the date. Friday was the 22nd. And I came home to a nice little notice on my door that in 3 days they'll be shutting my fucking water off. Unbelievable. So I am pissed at this point. I go in there and I call. And I say, what the fuck's going on? I don't say that. I'm talking shit. But I say, what the heck's going on? I get this lady. I don't know her name. I couldn't understand it. She sounded like an American. She sounded like, and she spoke, normal English. But when she goes, you've reached the water company. I won't say the water company. But that's how she picked up the goddamn phone. Hello, this is... You've reached the water company. How can I help you? Hello, this is... What? Did you just say blue vagina? Hey, this is blue vagina. Blue vagina from the water company. Blue vagina, nice to meet you. Very cold vagina. Or a vagina that's lacking oxygen. And I proceeded to tell this person the story of the events and catch them up on what happened. I said, look, I wanted to be notified. I received this notice, and I don't think this is correct. I shouldn't be receiving this. I just called a couple weeks ago, and you guys had my wrong email. I was supposed to receive an email if I was overdue or past due, as they say. And I still haven't received anything. I still haven't received a bill in the mail. And on the last phone call, I switched back to paper so that I'd at least have something physical that they'd have to send in the mail. Well, sir, you are on paper. I know, I just said that. I just told you that. Oh, because here it says you're on paper. Yes, I know that. You guys had my email wrong before, so I updated my email and I switched back to paper so I would have a physical bill. Well, let's confirm your email, sir. JustinWerley@yahoo.com. How do you spell that? JUSTINWERLEY. That's what we have here, sir. Yes, I know. I know you have that now. You didn't have it then, is what I'm saying. I fixed that. Not you. I know you don't. I know it's right now. Okay, so you can tell I'm getting frustrated. I'm known as a patient man. I'm also known as a liar. So I'm not a patient man. Get the fucking thing. But, okay, so that's where I am. I'm starting to get, tense and annoyed because she's not getting what I'm telling her. So, at that point, I've explained, let's fast forward 5 minutes. I've explained things 3 or 4 times at this point. And she's getting it. She goes, okay. And I go, okay, basically, I tell her this. I think it's only fair to either extend this shut-off notice or I want the shut-off notice extended and I want our late fees taken off because I've never received a bill due to you guys having a wrong email, which is no fault of mine. I think that's fair. And we only owed like 113 or I don't know, we owed $134 because they hadn't charged. We hadn't received a bill for December or January, so we owed $134. I can't wait to get a call. If my mom listens to this, that's all I'm going to hear. My mom is very, very she's very good with the bills and stuff at her house, and I can just hear it now. I'm going to get a phone call as soon as she listens to it. What's going on with your water bill? Aren't you paying your bills? Aren't you paying your bills? Are you having money trouble? Aren't you paying your bills? I can't wait to hear that. But, no, it's not that at all. So they never send us bills. Anyway, God. So I owed like $134. The shutoff notice said you owe $134 plus if we shut it off, you owe $30. So your total would be $164. So I said to her, what is our total right now? What do we owe to get current to get this shutoff notice taken off? She goes, you owe $164. I go, no, we don't. Well, that's what it's saying here, sir. I go, I'm reading the shutoff notice to you. It says $134, and then it says restore service fee, $30. Then it says total, then it says $164. And she goes, I don't know, sir. That's what it's saying. So I go, okay. What can we do? She goes, well, I can't rescind the shutoff notice because it's already been sent out. And I go, okay, all right. For whatever reason, the people that bill us for this and take care of everything can't do anything when it comes to a shutoff notice. Whatever. So I say, all right, I'll pay it. I'll pay the whole thing. I said, I don't have a problem paying the money. I would just like to be notified when a fucking bill's due. And I didn't say fucking, but I said when a bill's due. I completely understand, sir. Do ya? So I go through that, and then I say, all right, well, at least take off any late fees that we owe, because that's on your end. We didn't receive a bill. You guys took down a wrong email. At least do me that favor. Well, actually, no. Before this, let's back it up. Back it up. I said, well, can we make... I don't even know why I entertained this offer, but she said, we can make a catch-up plan. And I said, sure, whatever. What's that got to do? What do I got to do for that? Well, I need everybody that lives in your house, and I need their annual income. So I told her that, and she goes, okay, you're a level 4? I go, I don't know what the fuck that means. She goes, sir, you're a level 4. You're a level 4, sir. I go, great. Awesome. No. During this, when she asked our annual income, I lied and said around 100. We're around that area, but we're probably on the plus side of that. I said, $100,000. They wanted annual income, $100,000, I said. And she goes, is that a month? I said, no, that's a year. I go, do you think I'd be calling a bitch about $134 if I made $100,000 a month? And she goes, oh, I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, sir. Yeah, we make $100,000 annually. Is that a month? You make that in a month? No, not quite. Anyway, I'm parched. And, okay, so we got through that. And, again, we owed $134. Keep that in mind, people. So she goes through the whole process of, entering all our information. And she goes, okay, you're a level 4, sir. That means you need to pay a $500 down payment? And I go, just stop. Just stop. I owe $134. Why would I pay a $500 down payment to be put into some program you guys have? So I just told her, no, okay, we're done. We're done. And then she goes, well, there's a discount. Do you guys have hot water heat or something? I don't fucking, hot water heat or gas heat. I go, we have gas heat. So you don't have hot water heat? I said, we have gas heat. She goes, okay, so you don't have hot water heat then. I just was quiet because I had enough at this point. And then, I forgot. She had to try to figure out our monthly income then, because God forbid I give her the annual and she can't break it down. So she goes, I got to try to figure out your monthly income. I go, well, it's around $100,000 annually. And I had to tell her how to do the math. I suck at math. I'm the worst person with math that I fucking know. Well, maybe Amelia's worse, but still, I'm horrible. And I had to tell her, she goes, I gotta figure out how to get that annually. I go, okay, I'll help you here. Take 100,000 and divide it by 12. And she does that, and she goes, I hear her typing away. She goes, okay, 100,000 divided by 12. That comes to $833 a month. Is that correct? I said, I'm trying to get one over on her. I go, yeah. Thinking that this repayment thing, I would have a bill of like $5 or something like that. I go, yeah. She goes, that doesn't seem right. Because my income isn't that. And I go, no, it's not right. That doesn't sound right. You're correct. It does not sound right. I go, make sure you're typing it in right. 100,000 divided by 12. I'm getting 833. That's all. Sir, I am getting 833. I don't know what's going on. So I had to, while on the phone with the water company, I had to go on my phone's calculator and do the math myself. And she actually goes to me, okay, 100 and 3 zeros divided by 12. And I go, yeah, you fucking idiot. Yes, that's all there is to this. And so I do the math for her. It's 8,333. And she goes, oh, I must have just read it wrong. This is the person in charge of billing. You're in charge of billing. You're customer fuck service. So now that I'm doing her job for her, this is, by the way, like 30 minutes into the call with Blue Vagina. Hello, this is Blue Vagina. And so now we're on to this. So anyway, we get past the point of this. I say, I'm not paying $500 when I owe $134. I'm not doing that. And then I eventually convince her that I only owe $134, by the way, which was a roundabout fucking thing. She's like, it's saying $164. I go, no, it's not. It cannot say that. She goes, well, that $30 is if we shut you off, and we didn't shut you off, sir. I go, yes, that's what I'm fucking saying to you. That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't owe $164. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what this person was. This was a handicapped young lady, old lady. I don't know. But so I go, all right, I'll pay the $134. Let's just get out of all that other shit, and then I'll pay the $134 to get me current. I want to hear you say if I pay that, my water will not get shut off on Monday. Absolutely, sir. By paying this, your water will not get shut off on Monday. Okay, we're good to go. Let's pay this. Take away my late fees, and we're good to go. She goes, okay, let me go back through your account. You have one for 77 cents. Let me actually tally this up. Let me do the math for you people. You people! You have one for 77 cents. You have one for $1.26. Ah, fuck. Now I can't do math. $1.26 and another one for 77 cents. That comes to $2.80, sir. I said, okay, that's great. Take that off. She goes, okay, how will you be paying? I go, I'll pay by my debit card. Okay, you're going to pay by phone right now? I said, yes. She goes, okay, just so you know, there's a $1.95 fee to pay by phone. I said, yeah. I actually laughed out loud, and I just laughed. So I got $2.80 of late fees. It took me 45 minutes to get to this point in the call to get $2.80 of late fees taken off my bill, only to be told at the end of it, sir, there's a $1.95 service fee to process this over the phone. I laughed out loud and said, of course there is. Why wouldn't there be? She goes, do you still want to make the payment? Yes, let's get this done. Let's just be done with it. So that was my Friday afternoon, people. Actually, Thursday afternoon. Oh my God. Ugh. That was frustrating to say the least. So that, the water company hopefully sends me a goddamn bill in the mail so I don't have to go through this shit anymore. But yes, that was my Thursday, right when I get home from work, which is the calmest time and the most relaxing time for any young man out there. We had the District 3 Wrestling Championships. individual wrestling championships this weekend. 2 of my guys got through, so they will be going to the regional tournament next weekend. You see a lot of interesting things. A lot of people at these things. A lot of interesting people. One guy in particular, I was down on the main floor there where they're wrestling, and this gentleman in a wheelchair he was born, something's wrong with him. He was born with, there's nothing wrong with him. He's a normal boy. Okay, well, he has fucking hands that are 2 inches long and are stuck to his chest. Anyhow, he was like slouched over. His hands were, he could drive his wheelchair. It was one of those wheelchairs that you could drive around. So he was aware enough, but he just physically had problems. He had the fucking like thin legs, just like heavier upper body, and just like slouched over, like head to the side, driving his wheelchair around. And he had like a handler, this younger guy, dressed up all nice and everything. And we were sitting on the floor in between rounds, and this wheelchair guy drives up, kind of not next to me, but close enough. And his handler's sitting there, and I hear the guy go, "Can I get a drink?" And it's not funny. Stop laughing. "Can I get a drink?" And the handler goes, "I'm sick of your shit, Jesse. I offered you a drink earlier. You didn't want it. Now you fucking want a drink." "I'm sick of your shit. I'm sick of it." What the hell could this guy in the wheelchair possibly do for this guy to go, "I'm sick of your shit, Jesse. Can I have a drink? I'm sick of your shit." So the guy, I guess, gets him a drink. "I offered you a drink earlier. You didn't want any. Now you want a fucking drink. Oh, God." Now, I don't have to deal with people like that every day, all day. So I'm sure it can get frustrating. So I'm sure the guy just dealing with it, good for him. He's got the patience to do that for the most part. But he puts a straw in a drink, and the fucking guy drinks some of it, and he starts coughing. And the guy goes, "Oh, now you're fucking coughing. Jesus Christ." He's treating this guy like shit. "Can you do it yourself with your fucking manatee hands?" He didn't say that. I said that out loud to him. But I just thought that was funny. That's a funny story I wanted to share with you guys. Anyway, on to new news. All right, let's see what we got. Basically, oh, by the way, on that Jussie Smollett fucking thing that we talked about, the black guy that said 2 white guys in MAGA hats beat him up, poured bleach on him, put a noose around his neck. He's been charged with falsifying police reports because it was a fucking lie. It was made up. It was a made-up hate crime, which I believe, and I saw somebody post this on Facebook, if you make up a hate crime and it's deemed to be false and found false in a court, it should be a hate crime. All you're doing is stirring racial fucking tension with people. There's enough people out there doing that already. We don't need some jackass going out there and doing the same thing. We don't need any more people like that. We already got fucking Al Sharpton doing that shit. Remember when Aretha Franklin passed away? Show a little RSPET for her. Remember, he couldn't spell respect. Yeah, we don't need any more of that shit. But it for deep down inside, it gives me a little satisfaction, a little bit of happiness that they called bullshit on it. And he's gonna have his day in court, and he's rich as fuck. He's probably gonna get away with a fine or some shit like that. But fuck him, he's a piece of shit. And I'm happy that it's out there finally for everyone to hear. Mother and son get life sentences for killing witness after receiving unredacted court docs. Okay, you guys need to go online right now. Right fucking now. And look up. Right, Terrence Black is the son. Terrence Black. I think his mom, when he was born, the doctor said, "What do you want his first name to be?" "Terrence." "All right, well, he's black, so we're just going to name him Black." Anyway, that was a weak joke. That wasn't that good. Tina Black. You need to look up Tina Black, people. You need to Google search Tina Black. And then I need you to Google search WWF Mo and Mabel. Because they were two black wrestlers who... The mom looks just like Mo. Looks just like Mo. She's a big, fat, heavy-set black woman with bleached blonde hair, or it's white hair. It might be white hair in defense. And she's huge. She's gigantic. I wouldn't know she's a woman if I didn't know that, if the article wasn't in front of me. It looks like an old black guy next to a young black guy. She's only 52. 52 with white-ass fuck hair. If she's only 52, I have to suggest that that's not white hair. That's dyed blonde. Because her eyebrows are white. I mean, her eyebrows are black. So I think that's dyed white hair, which is cultural appropriation, which means she's in whiteface. She's in white hair. She's using Eastern European hair dye. Fucking racist bitch. A mother and son convicted of killing a witness in a Denver marijuana shop robbery case, whom they were able to identify through unredacted court paperwork mistakenly sent to all parties involved. Oh, so they weren't supposed to know who the fuck that was, and then they sent them... Oh, that court's going to get sued, or whoever sent those are going to get sued. They sent the court documents to everybody involved in the case, including the names of the witnesses. So all these guys had to do was find these witnesses. They had their names and fuck with them. And that's exactly what happened. Terrence Black, 18, and his mother, Tina Black, convicted of first-degree murder in the death of David Henderson. That sucks. Ex-detective faces charges. Oh, that's not a thing. So anyway. Okay, so later on in this article... God. Oh, the Giroux cat's in here. By the way, Flyers won the Stadium Series last night. They beat the Pittsburgh Penguins in overtime. And the goal in overtime, winning goal, scored by none other than Claude Giroux. I gotta get him out of here. He's gonna cry the whole. Come here. You gotta go. I can't have you in here meowing on the mic. Can't have it. Won't have it. All right. You need to get down. All right. There you go. All right. All right. So what I thought was funny is at the very bottom of this article, their last name is Black. So when they're referring to two people by the last name, they're trying to wrap up the article, and they'd be like, so in conclusion, the Smiths, if their last name was Smith, they'd say the Smiths were charged with blah, 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 blah. Or the Johnsons were charged with, or the Werleys were charged with. In this case, they go, the Blacks initially made some threats. The Blacks. The Blacks initially made some threats. I'll tell you what, the Blacks were threatening. The Blacks just killed people. Don't take that for what it is. The Blacks killed. And came to him, there was a gun put in his face, threatened if he would continue to cooperate, it would result in loss of life. That had a profound effect on him, but not so much that it overwhelmed his sense of duty and righteousness. He moved forward and died as a result. Wow. Henderson. That a boy. These fuckers are done. Done. They're completely done. So they robbed a weed store, and now they're going away for murder. That's the kind of frame of mind of people that would do that. Fucking garbage. Kill them. Put them down. Put them down like a bad dog. Like a fucking bad dog. Just put them down. 6 months into marriage, I couldn't think of one thing that I liked about my husband. This changed everything. Let's read what it says. If someone would have asked me on my wedding day what I loved about my husband, Dave, I would have enthusiastically responded with, are you kidding? Everything. In fact, there isn't one thing that I don't love. I even lick his smelly asshole. That's how much I love him. I tongue his sphincter. I clean that thing like a deep fucking colonoscopy fucking cleanse. I get up there and I go, and I'm in there. I don't care if there's toilet paper crumbles in there. I'm in there. I eat them. That is part of him and that is part of me. We are part of each other. That is who I am. I will lick my husband's Dave's asshole right after work. No, fuck it. Go take a shit. Wipe your ass. No, don't get in the shower. I want all of you. All right. That was a little overboard. Fast forward to the same question. 6 months. 6 months. Okay, this woman is fucking crazy. Already. I don't care who she is. 6 months. She couldn't think of one thing. They were married on the day. I love everything. He's so great. Oh, this is great. 6 months. I don't like anything. Then you're an autistic fucking child. You have problems. You're the one with the problem. Just so you know, I hope that's where this is going. That she has a problem. If you're 6 months in and can't think of one thing you like about him. Okay, I'm going to calm down. I'm going to calm down and continue this article and see where it goes. Fast forward to the same question 6 months later, and I would have quickly responded, there isn't one single thing I like about him! Exclamation point. That's when I began my quest to change my husband. Oh, God! I'm pissed! I am so mad right now, and I didn't even read through. It. I'm gritting my teeth right now. Who is this woman? I gotta find out who this is. What is her fucking name? Ann Wilson. Ann! Oh, there's Ann. Yeah, what are you, fucking a missionary every night? Oh, this is great, honey. You're doing such a good job. And when he goes to fucking take a piss afterwards or something, all he hears is... Anyway, that is when I began my quest to change my husband into the man I thought he should be. The man who would bring me the happiness I longed for. Could you imagine if a man said this about a woman? Could you imagine this article? Could you imagine it? It would be all over the place and there'd be outrage. Outrage! I am outraged! Everywhere you could possibly think of, he would be fucking a misogynist. He would be fucking man, whatever the new term is, mansplaining. He'd be man-changing his wife. Whew. 15 years later... Okay, hey, we might be making some progress here in this article. I might have looked at this. I might have jumped to a conclusion. 15 years later, and not much progress has been made. I had no idea why my efforts were not making headway. Because you married the guy. You're not going to change the person. Hey, ladies, hey, here you go. The only way you're going to change a man to do what you want, if he fucking gives a shit, that's part of it, he has to give a shit, is clean the fucking house, blow him, fucking have sex with the guy. I mean, I don't mind if you want cook or something like that, that's fine. I like to personally cook. I'm the cook of the house. But some guys might need that. I don't. But clean the fucking house. Give him a fucking random goddamn blowjob every once in a while. Sitting on the fucking couch watching TV going, hey, honey, I'd love to suck your dick. And fucking do it. And then you go, hey, would you mind taking the trash out or doing the dishes? You go, yeah, I'll fucking do that. She just fucking blew me. Of course I will. Run around like a fucking dumb white lab. Fucking all over the house. Well, yeah, honey, what else can I do? Do you want me to lift something up heavy? Fucking... That is it. Ladies, it's not hard. It's not difficult at all. Blow him every once in a while. Lick his balls. Fuck him. Clean up around the house. Maybe make him a sandwich one day. Bill Burr had a fucking good saying when he said, the one day his wife now, so we'll say his wife. One day my wife just came into the room, made me a sandwich, cut it in squares, put the chips in the middle, gave me a beer and said, hey, I'm heading out. Hope you enjoy your afternoon. And he fucking remembered that sandwich for they've been married for how long now? He never forgot that sandwich. He never forgot that sandwich. If Bill Burr could cry, he would have right then. That's all you gotta do is shit like that, and we'll be putting in your fucking hands. Anyway, one morning Dave and I were speaking to a group. Oh God, here we go. One morning Dave and I were speaking to a group of young moms at our church. Dave was fucking them. Dave began enthusiastically telling the women what almost every one of their husbands probably experienced growing up. Let's hear this. You see, when your husband was a boy, he most likely had a mom or dad or a relative cheering for him, telling him good job. As your husband got older, he might have had a coach or teacher, some mentor telling him he was good at something. And that coach or teacher cheered him on and encouraged him to work harder. Dave was totally into his talk now. Oh, Jesus. Oh, here we go. Now she's going to treat him like a little boy. He told them that as a college quarterback, he had coaches and fans cheering him on and shouting, "Dave Wilson, you're the man." As he said those words, he started clapping his hands energetically. His passion was filling the room as he completely captured the women's attention. He then continued. What does he want? People clapping during... Hey, honey, if you could clap during sex, that would be great. Dave Wilson, you are the man. You are filling my vagina with your semen. It is spectacular. Great semen filling. He continued his story by saying that when I said yes to his marriage proposal, I was shouting, "Of all the men in the world, I choose you." As he yelled those words, he looked straight at me with a look that said I was the biggest cheerleader. I was his biggest cheerleader. I was thinking, man, this is good. And then he lowered the boom. But ladies, after we have been married a while, he sadly said, we men walk in the door and all we hear is boo. Yes, that is true. That part is true. That part is true. Hint, hint. That part is true. A lot of ladies. That part is true. Appreciate your man. We have to tell you you look good and all that shit. You could, say a thing or two about us. We have feelings too. Anyway, my heart dropped. Was he saying that I boo him all the time? My face turned red as I picked my heart up off the floor. Did ya? Did ya, you fucking C-word? I don't think you did. I think you felt embarrassed because it was in front of a bunch of people. That's all I think. You were embarrassed. You didn't pick your heart up off the floor. You didn't even fucking like the guy. You didn't fucking like the guy. Oh, God. Now I'm getting Twitter fucking things. You didn't like one thing about him. Remember that. You didn't like one thing about him. So how much did your heart really drop to the floor? Or are you trying to be the victim now because you kind of feel like a dumb asshole? All right. On the ride home, I defensively asked, "You think I boo you all the time?" I then said, "I'm not booing you. I'm helping you." Okay. I again want to domestically abuse her. Is that wrong? Is that wrong? Should I not have done that? I then, and he goes, "It doesn't feel like help." He wasn't angry or defensive, and that bothered me because he seemed to be broken. Yes, I know, you want a giant confrontation, so we say something like, so we get to the point where, no, honey, I don't feel like you're booing. I feel like you're booing me. You're not helping me. The way you criticize everything I do around the house all day long, I don't feel like it's constructive criticism. And then you'll just... So we go, look, I'm fucking trying to fucking drive! Will you shut the fuck up, you fucking bitch? That's what that turns into, and that's what you want. So you can go, oh, Jesus, he called me a bitch. He's a fucking asshole. Hey, I'm going to call all my friends and tell them you said this. I'm going to tell all my friends. That's what they want. So you got to avoid that. This guy seems to do it, and that bothers them. This guy avoids it, and it bothers them when you don't engage. And it's tough to not engage. Especially for a mild-mannered guy like me, it's pretty easy not to engage. Lying. He wasn't... His battered soul worried me and made me wonder if I was the cause of the wind going out of his sails. Yeah, dummy! It was! Yeah, dummy! Say dummy again. Dave then added, you don't literally boo me, but you are constantly critiquing the things I do or say. I feel like I can't do anything right. You constantly remind me of all the things I'm not doing and all the things I should be doing. And what other husbands are doing. Really? Who wants to come home to that? Nice. And he's right. Silence engulfed the car. I was shocked. I had no idea he was feeling any of this. That's because men just take the bullshit. Men just take the bullshit. That's what we do. When we got home, I went upstairs and began to ponder what things would be like if I were constantly cheer for him. Tell him he was awesome all the time and such. The answer was swift and clear. It wouldn't work. Just think about it. If I did that, then Dave would think I was happy with the way he was and treating me. With the way he was treating me. Okay, whatever. Blah, blah, blah. I rationalized that if I didn't critique Dave's performance, he would think I was satisfied, and thus I would be enabling him to remain where he was instead of growing to the husband and father he needed to be. Why do you... Oh, boy. Why does she get to decide what husband he needs to be? Why do you decide... Why does the woman get to... Could you imagine if the man said that? I'm trying to develop her into the wife she needs to be. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine that? I'm trying to develop her into the wife and mother she needs to be. I will tell her the kind of wife and mother she needs to be because she obviously doesn't know. She's not equipped with the general knowledge on how to be a good wife or a good mother. Could you imagine that? God damn. And that won't be good, right? I'm going to comment on this. Maybe. I went on like this for several days until I felt God tugging at my heart. As much as I didn't want to admit it, I knew he was calling me to surrender to this situation. To give him my worries, fears, and disappointments. I could tell that God wanted me to ask him what he wanted me to do. I was afraid of what he might ask of me. What's her fucking name? Anne, this is God. Give him anal. He wants anal, Anne. Give him anal. And when he wants to come, put it in her mouth. That's right. Ass to mouth, Anne. Ass to mouth. Anyway. The truth was, I didn't want to become a doormat or lose my voice or feel like I was just passive, weak-willed woman. No, obviously you're not one of those. You're a cunt. Sorry, I don't care what anybody thinks. She's a fucking asshole. But finally, I took a dive and let God win. I told him everything I was feeling and shared all my fears and asked him what he wanted me to do. It did not take very long to get a small voice deep in my soul that said, cheer for him. Okay, this is a little gay. It started with a simple prayer, but it didn't end there. Okay, I guess she fucking cheered for him, and fucking peace began to weave its way throughout me as my anger and bitterness began to ebb. And no, I didn't lose my voice. Rather, I took my complaints to God first. So she's a psycho. Okay. So I guess she started complimenting her husband, and their marriage got better. Oh, there's a fucking shock. I wasn't shitting on him all day, and then things turned around. When he came through the door, I didn't go, hey, piece of shit! You didn't do this, and this, piece of shit! Hey, piece of shit! Hey! Piece of shit! And he came in the door, I said, hey, honey, you look nice. How was your day at work? I made dinner. Let me blow you. And things got better. It was weird. I don't know what happened. Fucking dummies. All right, I'm not going to get into that. That's the John Wayne thing. He made some comments about black people in 1971, and now all of a sudden people are upset about it. Hey, delusional fucks, it was 1971. Life was different. Like life. Not just like, there was no social media, there was no fucking like anything. There was no education of race. There was nothing out there. And he didn't say anything crazy racist. He said something that I think a white person might think at the time that wasn't educated on like life. And you know what? It was hard to be educated on like. Wow, I sound like that Cortez broad in fucking Congress. Like, crazy eyes. If you're not, you can't look at it in today's standard. But I'm not going to get into it. You can look that up for yourself. John Wayne controversy with racial comments and by the way, in Playboy, no problem with Playboy. Just problem with comments made in Playboy. So these hoity-toity people that have problems with his comments were reading Playboy. Think about it. Okay. What is this? That's an ad. Let's close that. I can't do more female stuff. Can't do it. Getting pissed off. Getting too angry at women. When Amelia gets home, I'm going to be in a bad mood. So I can't read anymore. Can't read any more challenging masculinity. Can't read that. How South Koreans are pushing back against beauty standards. Can't do it. All right, let's look at this. I learned to love my freckles. After this week's social media debate, will China? Apparently, the Chinese. Hold on. I gotta sneeze. Okay. Apparently, the Chinese have a freckle problem. I always felt self-conscious about my freckles. Growing up in China. Okay, I gotta read this. Oh, this is a Chinese person. What is her name? Caroline Khan. Oh, she's one of the Khan family. Maybe Genghis is her father. I always felt self-conscious about my freckles. Growing up in China. She sounds like a man, by the way, just in case you're wondering. They were a rare sight on TV and in magazine. But could showing freckles in public really be considered a shameful act that contaminates my country's image? In a question I never considered until this week, when fashion retailer Zara sparkled, her name was Zara, not with an S, it's really Zara, Z-A-R-A, sparked widespread debate in China by featuring a freckle model in a campaign for new range of cosmetics. Some social media users slammed the Spanish brand for uglifying Chinese women. Others accused Zara of misrepresenting Asians and even of outright racism, a hashtag of the indecent incident, I can't read, on Weibo, China Twitter-like microblogging site. Microblogging. You guys are microblogging over there. Had appeared in more than 55,000 Weibo posts and has now been viewed more than 500 million times. I rub my freckle. We Asian women don't have freckle. Only a small portion of us have. Read one of the posts, liked comments. Zara made such an effort finding a model with freckles, like searching for a needle in a haystack. Anyway, apparently this broad has freckles and is uncomfortable with it. Anyway, I'm going to end the show there. I've ranted and raved enough. I have a headache. I have to tell you, next week, actually this Wednesday night, we're supposed to record an interview with one and only Dave Landau at 8 o'clock. Now, whether that happens, it's not up to me. But in case it doesn't, I am going to play this video for you. A video that he took. And obviously you're not going to be able to see it because it's a video. But it's a video he took. I'll play the audio for you. It's a video he took outside of the Anthony Cumia Show studio in New York City. Around 6 o'clock at night, I would assume. And broad daylight actually still out there at this time of year. And a man is on a payphone. I believe he's a Nigerian man. Or so, he doesn't sound Arabic. But I think it sounds more Nigerian. And he's yelling at a young lady on the cell phone. And I'll leave you with that at the end of the show. Make sure you hit subscribe on YouTube. Hit subscribe. That is important. Hit subscribe. Also, we need to get our Twitter followers up. We need to get Instagram up. So like us on, follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Facebook, like the I'm Just Saying Show page. I'm not on Gab that much, just because nobody's on Gab that much. And I will see you guys next week. Episode 33. This was episode 33. 33. Yes, young man. All right. Here's the audio of the gentleman yelling at a payphone. Thanks for listening. See ya. Your mother's pussy stick.
Your mother's pussy stink. And then your pussy stink. Bitch. Your mother's pussy stink. Go wash your teeth. Go wash your pussy. Your pussy stink. Inside your pussy stink. Inside your pussy stink. Bitch. Hookah. Nasty bitch. Can you go back to the Yiti? Can you go back to the Yiti? Bitch. Hookah bitch. Can you go back to the Yiti? Your mother's pussy stink. Your mother's pussy stink. And then your pussy stink. Go wash your pussy. Your pussy stink.
I'm just saying, don't get upset. Let's get to the bottom of it. I'm just saying, don't you take it personally. I'm just saying, don't get upset. Let's get to the bottom of it. I'm just saying, don't you take it personally.